In the 21st century, in the beginning, African Americans or blacks and browns weren't the number one. I mean, we weren't number one on the list for being killed, not just by police, by each other. We weren't. We were like fifth or sixth or something like that. I do have the numbers, but I don't do graphics. You notice I never show graphics where I get it from, and I never really say names. But we weren't really the ones that were getting knocked off, except for when we was knocking off each other. The main reason why is because of the addiction to drugs. In 2017, it was already out in the 70s and 80s, but it wasn't as prevalent or dangerous as it is now. In the 2017s, well, before the 2017, a lot of police officers were using drugs too, so they was kind of scary and they were more friendlier. But then after they saw how much money that they were making, the black people were making or brown people were making, we basically got targeted. We couldn't get jobs, so we hustled, but we started getting targeted by the police, and that's where they get that. They find plant drugs on you and stuff like that, and if you resist arrest, that's how you were getting killed. Those statistics, those numbers that we always say, well, why are the brown and black people the main ones getting killed by the police? At first, we weren't. It was the other way around. It was the other way. They were killing each other, just like we do in our own neighborhoods. But then when the drug epidemic hit, people started saying, hey, we got to do something because we don't want it to affect us as bad as it's affecting them. So that's how we end up starting getting killed more because we're making more money. They were making money being there, being lawyers, getting us out of jail, and they were lying or, that way. But nah, after 2017 hit, a lot of the people that weren't using drugs, that had family members, whatever, whatsoever have you, got more conscious, got more awakened, and they realized that, we got to do something else. So when we started really entering to their world, fear, because we was also learning history. That generation, right there, the history was actually our downfall. Because once we learned the history, we started knowing and learning how to play their game. And the king don't want you to know how to play his game because he can replace him. He wants to be irreplaceable. Once we learned their game, learned their rules, and started playing really well, because that's what we do, they got scared, and then fear took over. So more and more of us started getting killed. I didn't want to say it, but yes, most of us are getting killed by fear because the people in power don't want to see people with different color, with a difference that are different in power because of radical change. And lastly, we have to, if we don't do anything else, we have to stop with this mentality what we were programmed to be in. Schools put us in, okay, we got it. But as long as we continue to say it, it'll continue to go through generation and generation and generation and generation. Once you learn it, though, once you learn it and accept it, you don't have to say it anymore. You just do something about it. That's how you fix the problem. You don't keep just saying and holding on to how we were demasculated. You don't have to hold on to how our women were raped and we did nothing about it. You don't have to hold on to that. Let that go. A lot of stuff we got to learn to let go. It's proven that as Americans with brown skin, that we're not really evil or bad people. We not. We really are genuinely caring people. It's just that sometimes you get tired and protesting and marching, making phone calls and writing letters ain't gonna get it. So what's gonna happen when we get these guns? Nah, you don't need guns to kill nobody. You kill somebody with your intelligence. Educate them and let them live in our world. I am that. Period.